Scouts tonight. This is sadly our final episode because our funds have been cut by Sweden. But for our final episode, we will be having clips from our favorite episodes throughout the series, and we'll have two very special guests on, Mercenary Closey and King of Sweden himself, Gustavus Adolphus. Now for our first guest, Mr. Closey from the Mercenary Army. Hello, Mr. Closey. How's the family?
I'm lonely.
Okay, but let's get on to why you're really here. Tell us about White Mountain.
Well, we, the Protestant Army, had 30,000 men, and we gained the advantageous position at White Mountain.
Wow, that's absolutely splendid. How did you hold up against those Catholics?
We didn't have enough time to set up our defensive works. On top of that, the Catholics had two great generals, General Tilly and General Wallenstein. They led the army and attacked us on November 8th, 1620. Our army began to crumble. Everything we did, they countered. Eventually, we were surrounded by the Catholics' cavalry. There we lost hope and began retreating. The Catholics got their first major victory.
Wow, that's astonishing. I never knew it went down like that.
Yeah, it was terrible, but I got out of there and got my money, so I'm happy.
Wow, thanks for joining us today, Mr. Closey. You can go now. Seriously, go.
Good job.
Hello, welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and my monkey in the back room. We have a very special guest with us, Mr. Adolphin, the stunning, the bold, and the beautiful. Hello, Mr. Adolphin.
Hello. Actually, it's Adolphus.
Oh, is it? Anyways, I'll try to keep this tidy because I know you're a very busy man.
Oh, Dave, you always were a funny guy.
Of course, you know I'm kidding. We like to have fun here. But I do know you're coming up with another military army advance in Lutzen. Is that allowed to talk about that, or is that on the hush hush?
Actually, I'm glad you asked. I've been itching to share some of my genius in the recent development of our military tactics.
Oh, well, do tell more.
Okay. Well, we have reduced the size of our tactical units to make a more flexible linear formation, and I've made a permanent unit consisting of only musketeers with ranks. The first rank kneels, the second rank crouches, and the third stays standing. This allows our musketeers to fire at the same time. Not only that, but our soldiers are cross-trained. All soldiers, no matter what they are trained in, no matter what they are trained to ride horses, fire artillery, and fire muskets. If a battle comes down to a situation where a soldier needs to do something normally another unit would do, they can do it.
Wow, that is fascinating. How about standardizing weapons and artillery? What'd you do with that?
Well, okay, so I reduced the time to reload and fire manual arms, which means we can shoot at our enemies quicker than they can.
Wow, that is amazing. Those are some major components.
They'll drop before they even have a chance. I also made artillery lighter and maneuverable, so whenever we need these large caliber guns, we can move them quickly to fire what we want.
That's a huge improvement to their traditional European tactics. So what about mercenaries? What do you think of that?
Mercenaries?
Yeah.
Mercenaries. I think the idea of mercenaries is ridiculous. The fact that you have to pay them and that they still often run away if they feel they are in danger because they might get killed is crazy. That's just such unloyalty. I think having a professionally trained and united national army with a common goal of serving their country is the way to go.
Wow, those are some amazing things. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe I heard from a bird somewhere that your next battle is in Lutzen?
Honestly, there's nothing to talk about Lutzen. It's going to be an easy in and out victory.
We have a confident man. I like it.
Well, of course I am, but I am even more confident for Lutzen because these soldiers couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if they wanted to.
Oh, Mr. Dolphin. No one will say you weren't a funny guy.
Thanks, Dave. It means a lot coming from the funniest guy in the world. Anyway, my army will be on the move in about half an hour, so on our way to Lutzen.
Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'll be on my way.
Good luck, Adolphin.
It's Adolphus.
Let's go, let's go. Set up the artillery. Prepare the infantry, and where is my cavalry? My men on horseback. We're here, sir. All right, we will wait until the Holy Roman Empire forces arrive to our position, which is a little outside of Lutzen. The cavalry will attack with the left flank while the infantry attacks all other angles. Pickermen will use their spears against the enemy cavalry so they don't take out our men on foot. Artillery will be used where it is needed. That is all. Now we must wait. Hey, they're here!
Hello everyone and welcome to the rebirth of Dave Skylark Tonight. A few years ago we had our funding cut by Sweden, but here at the rebirth, 2 years later, we've been refunded by Habsburg. 2 years ago when we had our 999th episode, we had the King of Sweden at the time, Gustavus Adolphus, on, and he died a few hours later, or after the show was filmed, at the Battle of Lutzen. Now we have, we're for the opposition, and we have Mr. Gallus of the Habsburg Army to join us.
Hello, Dave. Thanks for having me on here today.
No problem. We love you here on the show, and heck, so does the whole country right now. For those of you who don't know, Mr. General Gallus of Habsburg just led to a victory at Norlington yesterday.
Thank you. But it really wasn't an easy victory. Although Adolphus is dead, his tactics, strategy, and artillery still exist strongly in the army. Gustavus Adolphus single-handedly changed the way they fought for the better. It was a tough battle, but we only won because we outnumbered them.
Well, isn't that crazy? Adolphus changed modern warfare so much.
Yeah, before his time, the concept of strategic warfare was unthought of. Gustavus conceived these new ideas that ultimately developed them into a new form of war. Yeah, he did really change it a lot, I guess.
Wow, that is amazing. All these years later, and that man is still an impact on modern warfare. Isn't that just crazy?
It truly is, Dave. Honestly, military tactics have so greatly evolved in the last few years.
Well, thanks for coming out, Mr. Gallus, and a huge thanks to our sponsor, Habsburg. This Dave Skylark Tonight Show would be nothing without them.
And
this is Dave Skylark signing out. Why are you still filming?
Yo, stop.
You just stopped a while ago.
Oh, sorry. Whose laptop is this?
For some of our favorite clips throughout the series, along with inviting you to scream the whole entire.
Okay, that's good.
And then you're supposed to say we're here. While the infantry attacks all other angles.
We gained the advantage.
You who don't know, Mr. I was gonna say Dave from our rut of Sweden. Stay classy, San Diego.